everyone. It is Felicia. I am one of your PAC coaches, and welcome to this morning's call. We are going to talk today about something that's really important. And Paul's talked about this, Corey's talked about this, Gretchen's talked about this, and I talk about this a lot. So what we're really honing in on today is how to turn your PAC clients into present opportunities. What I call the referral wheel flywheel strategy. If I could say that 7 times fast, the referral flywheel strategy. So we are going to talk about this, and then we'll have a discussion afterwards as well. So what's really important are why we at PAC have talked about your PAC clients and how they are your referral goal. So 82%, these stats come from NAR, 82% of real estate business comes from referral or repeat clients. And how are you tapping into them? So your past clients trust you. They've already worked with you. Some of them may have, they be the adult child who have seniors moving into senior living. Some are seniors that you moved into senior living. Or maybe they're first-time home buyers with grandparents or with parents that are aging. And what you have to think about is taking the transaction and looking at it from all different angles and growing with that client through that transaction. So as we all know, when we're helping our clients through a real estate transaction, they're often looking for us for guidance to who do we use for moving, estate planning, financial planning, decluttering, caregiving. I have to move my mom from Wisconsin to Naples. How do I do that? And I have I also have some upkeeps that I have to do for the home. Who do you use for AC? Who do you use for a pool cleaner? The list goes on and on and on. Painter, remodeling, aging in place options. Who do you use? So we as agents often get looked at for our ability to connect them and be that community connector. So a lot of you have heard me talk about being the community connector. I have a whole class on that as well. And so you can, it's also up in the Kajabi platform as well if you want to review that. So ways to re-engage without being salesy. This is not being a sales pitch. This is strictly connecting with your past clients. So if you've heard of check-in calls, Corey has a check-in call program that he does, a different letter on a different day of the month. If you're with KW, they're called care calls, but they're really called check-in calls. And it's asking about them, seeing what's going on with them, and checking in with your past clients. Now, you could do this with your past clients. You could do this with your clients that you're looking to engage as well, who haven't pulled the trigger. So you have 2 different ways of doing this. You could use an alphabet system, which I find very helpful, where you're calling a different alphabet on a different day. And typically, you are going to start with whatever letter you would like to start with, the A's, the B's, and go through. It's the most efficient way for you to hit everybody in your database. And so when you talk to them, you're going to always give information first. You want them to tell you what's going on. Oh my gosh, I just moved my kid into college. It's about that time. It's July, so this is happening all over for the adult children. I just moved my child into college. They got into Duke University. They got into Penn State. They got into FU. They got into college, and I am moving them in, and it has been so stressful. I want to make sure everything is right for them. So you're going to ask them questions. So when they open that door, don't pass on. We're in the sales funnel right now. Don't pass on from the brilliant door that they just opened for you. Open that door and walk through. Ask which child it is. Ask what school they're in. Ask what they're going to school for. Ask if they have any roommates. Ask if they're dorming for all 4 years of college. Why would you know that? Well, a lot of parents right now are buying are buying off-campus homes after freshman year for their kid to move into, and maybe it's a 4-bedroom and they can have 3 other students rent those rooms for them, collecting rent, paying for that property, getting equity, and building wealth for that child. So this is a building wealth opportunity. This is college time right now. There is someone in your sphere whose child, whose grandchild is going to college. See how this door can open for you. So you are going to ask them questions to get to what the next question is, and say to them, hey, what's your future plans? Have you thought about building wealth for your family and for your child going to college? And they're going to say, no, it's not something I thought about. Well, with a DSCR loan, you heard Paul talk about this. With a DSCR loan, we can put 20% down on a property. We can look for the right one that's within the radius of the college to see what would be the best option, see what you're comfortable with spending, and then also see if other students would like to come and rent from you with your child, so that your college student can have their friends and they live off campus and you are building wealth for them. Is that something that you're interested in? This is gold. This is gold. I have posted this on my social media several times, and I have parents coming up to me and they're like, my kid is going in, they're going into their senior year of high school. I love what you brought up about buying a property after their first year of dorming, because most of the time the kids want to dorm the first year of college to get that camaraderie, and then from there they don't want to be in the dorms anymore. So this is something that is gold. It's building wealth for their family, and you are helping them build that wealth. Now, the other question is my favorite question. Post-closing, have you updated your will? And it's normally no. The other thing that I just launched on my podcast is and I interviewed my elder law attorney, when your child is in college, they're over the age of 18, parents do not realize that they cannot make financial decisions for their child anymore. And so in advance directives, estate planning, a will is needed. It's a really big issue that's happening. People do not understand that because your child turned 18, if there's an issue happening, it does create a domino effect for you. So I've just launched this on my podcast, and we'll be putting out little snippets of that as well. But this is really important. Have they started driving? Where is their advance directives? Where is their will? And I know it sounds morbid, but it is not morbid. It's the facts of life. So next is posting on social media or a mailer. I'm not a huge mailer fan. Some of you may have success with mailers, but I love partnering on social media with my trusted referral partners, with the people who are on my bod, and I highlight them. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I suggest that you should also do that on your social media. My next favorite thing to do is create an email with no call to action. Informational purposes only. I do this on a weekly basis. It is topics surrounding right sizing. It could be, I just posted one the other day that got really good hits on the pink colors that buyers do not like when you are getting your home ready to list. Prepping your home for listing is one. Real estate stats. I just did one on the age of sellers right now. I've gotten so much feedback on this, and I posted a graphic from NAR. I did a pie chart and I created an entire article on it, and I am getting more interaction with that one email than I've gotten all year from anything else. And even my husband said to me, wow, look how many people are selling their homes over the age of 65. I didn't know that. So these emails that you send out, it's not a newsletter. It is just a weekly email, one graphic, all text on information that you could provide someone because you are the connector. You are the authority on real estate, right sizing, seniors, whatever the case may be, whatever your niche is, you need to get that in front of people on a weekly basis. Now, are you going to get some people who are going to unsubscribe? Sure, absolutely. But you don't want them in your database anyways if they do. You want to engage with the people who are your core group, who are your people that you are going to be doing business with, who are going to refer to you. So whittle that down. I don't care if you have 2,000 people in there, 1,000, 500, 250. Make sure that whoever is in your database wants to work with you. So this is something that I have been doing, and it's gotten excellent results. Moving on to our referral flywheel. Why can't I say that? The referral flywheel. I'm really big on these flywheels. I also talk about the wheel of fortune one as well.
Felicia,
so number
Felicia.
one, we're going to reignite the relationships, past clients.
Felicia.
What you're going to start out with first, past clients. Now, if you don't have a lot of past clients, you can open it up to the rest of your database, okay? Do not fear your sphere of influence. You can open it up. Two, you're going to offer value. You could have an upcoming event you'd want to have them come to that you're hosting. You could send them one of your guides that you have. An intro to one of your board members, okay? And my favorite is the college tip, okay? Producing wealth for your family. Always make the ask. Always ask the question. If they just moved into senior living, great follow-up question. If there's anyone in your world who might be facing what you just went through. Seniors have friends. They move in with them. They like to stick together. The other is, if they have a child going to college, would you be interested in creating generational wealth for your child who just went into college? Always give a referral. Number 4, when you're doing this, you are asking questions. You are opening that door and walking through that door. So when they say to you, no, I did not update my will, you don't stop there. You say, why? Oh, I just haven't gotten around to it. Well, would you like me to introduce you to someone who could help you with that? They could say, yes, absolutely, or no, I already have someone. Okay, well, if they move states from Minnesota, Wisconsin to Florida, laws change from state to state. Highly recommend that they speak to an elder law attorney in their area that they live in now. Highly recommend that if they're using a CPA that lives in Connecticut, Florida has different laws. When they open that door, when they give you that objection, always have a way to get around that objection. And then close that loop. Circle, when you do a referral, when you are putting 2 people together, how are you doing that introduction? My favorite thing to do is an email introduction. With both parties, with both of their contact informations on, it's the best way for me to keep track. Text messages are great. However, with a text message, I don't know about you, but I get like 15, 20 texts a day. It gets buried. I can't find it. I'm scrolling through. I miss it. I like my email. And track it. Track what you're giving out. I'm a big tracker. I have my spreadsheet. I track everything. Track it. And the reason why is because if you are putting in more effort for one referral partner than they are giving to you, you need to sit down with them and ask what's going on. Because this is a reciprocal relationship. And remember, if you're working with an estate planner that does probate, when's the last time you got a probate? When's the last time they did a probate? Who did they give the referral to? Did they leave it up to the family? Or did they give the referral to you? Or to someone else? Ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Y'all got this. You're strong. I know it. You all have it. Okay. The power practice. This is my challenge. Today, choose 3 past clients that you haven't spoken to in 6+ months. Have a written document, have something written down, and choose 2 vendors that you would want to re-engage with or introduce to a client this week. Make sure you always have your vendor list with you. Who are your partners? Make sure you have that list handy. Don't say, oh, I think I might have someone. Have it ready. Always have a draft of a reconnection message or email during the call. Always have that ready to go. Real easy to do. Go into your past emails. Maybe you don't have one yet. Create an email template for estate planners, for insurance, whatever the case may be. Have that ready, have that drafted and ready so you can copy and paste. Make your life easier. Don't do it each time on the fly. Make sure you are doing things in an organized fashion. Okay, so we're gonna open it up for feedback, and I'm gonna stop the recording and then we'll go live. But you are going to do this to reignite the people who are already invested in you, that are interested in you. This will make a huge difference within your business. If you've ever done Fast Start with EXP, if you've ever done Bold with KW, if you've ever done any of these programs that brokerages have for you, it's to reignite your base. And it's simple things that we should be doing on a daily basis and getting into habit of doing these on a daily basis. This creates these reoccurring referrals for you. This creates momentum for you. If you don't have any business, you're going to get business. This is a fact. And I believe the stats that said that anyone who went through Fast Start with EXP got 83% more business within those 6 weeks than if you didn't do that. These are things that are very, 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 very important because we have to have our daily routines that we're doing and how we're lead generating. And so when we are working with our past clients with our referral sources, it's lead generating in just a different form. I'm going to just stop the recording right now, and then we'll open it up to discussion.
Hi, everyone. It's Felicia. I'm on now. Can you all hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm on my way to the airport, but I didn't want to miss today's call, so I pre-recorded it. And I saw that there might have been a couple of questions. And Linda, I was talking about the DSCR loan. Are you all familiar with that loan? Do you need a quick refresher on it?
Yes.
Okay, so the quick refresher is the DSCR loan is slightly higher than the average mortgage rate. It's 20% down. It's a no-docs loan, meaning that you don't have to get a bunch of documents together. However, if your loan payment is $3,000 a month, all in, with your taxes, homeowner's insurance, all the fun stuff together, it has to rent for $3,000 a month or more. So when they do the appraisal, it's a more detailed appraisal, and we're going through one right now. That's a little bit complicated, but it's working out just fine. So they have to do an appraisal on the property value and then on the annual rent. Now, the reason why the one I'm doing right now is complicated, it's because it is a seasonal rental property. And in season, they rent out for $15,000 a month, but the annual rent comes out to $6,000 a month. So obviously, her mortgage payment is going to be $11,000 a month on this waterfront condo here in Naples. And we had to have the appraisal find the right comp to match that. Now, did they find it? Yes. Waterfront property here in my area is very lucrative. And if you can do short-term rentals on it, you can make a little bit of coin, right? But I helped this particular client, I helped her get off the ledge because we had been working together for a year and a half. And when I introduced her to Paul and their team for lenders and they explained the DSCR loan, it just made more sense to her. That makes sense. So does anyone have any questions on that? Okay, good. Other questions? Thoughts, concerns?
I have a win.
Let's talk about it.
I went into one of our top 5 long-term care facilities yesterday to meet with their business director. And you guys, I was there for like 4 hours. She introduced me to the executive director, multiple other directors of different departments. Felicia, they interviewed me for a position as a actual W-2 employee to help with the placements. So they are very excited. They said that they have absolutely not had any realtor approach them at any time in the last couple of years, and that they love the idea. They love the board of directors idea. I got hugs from 2 of them. Yeah, so super
Fabulous.
excited. It really works. If you lead with your passion, they feel it and they see it and they love it.
They
So
do,
thank
they
you.
so do. Yes, and this stuff, you know, what we're teaching you, yeah, I always reiterate this. All of our coaches, all of them that are on this platform, are actually doing the work with you. We're in the trenches with you. We're doing it. We've experienced it. Like I have that insider info on senior living that no one has right now in the industry. And what Heather did is amazing. So we're going to have, Heather, we're going to chat because I want to deep dive into that a little bit more. I'm so excited for you. I love hearing these wins and successes because this is what's going to get you over the hump. It's going to get you the clients that you're looking for. And I will tell you, the elder law attorney that I helped with one of their clients that had 3 properties that were estate cleanouts that started my estate sale business that I've done for them. I've done such a good job that they told me yesterday, we closed on the first of 3 properties. And these were complicated properties too, so they weren't easy. But they told me that I will be their exclusive realtor. They will not work with any other realtor going forward. And it's because I went above and beyond. I managed that estate sale myself, 100-degree weather outside doing it. And now it's going to pay off when I know that $2 million, $5 million, $10 million listing is around the corner, right? From this probate attorney. So at the end of the day, when you do lead with your passion, which Heather is doing, which so many of you are doing, it does come back to you 100 times. So congrats. I'm so excited.
Thank you. It does. And it feels really good to have the acknowledgement. And even if it's just a little success, one yes is enough to give you like the cheerleading spirit for the whole dang team.
That's it. And look, at the end of the day, that's all you need. I'm a big person on wins and victories. I know Paul likes the word victories. You need to shout that from the rooftops. Do a reel, do a story. Make sure that you are sharing that with your base because they're watching. Even though you might not think they're watching, they're watching. So congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Geraldine, I'm not sure, did you have a question too?
No, I just couldn't hear you, but I didn't realize it was pre-recorded.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I wanted to make sure, and I apologize about that, but I wanted to make sure I got my message out for you.
Well, I
Can
think
you
that was
all,
wonderful of you too.
Yeah,
thank you.
I've got something this morning.
Yes.
I'm doing a talk this afternoon at a assisted living community. It's called Paperwork and Packing Tape, and I'm teaming up with an estate planner. And I sent out 300 personal emails to people in my database. I decided to just do a personal email. I'm not big on making phone calls. So I said, okay, I'm going to do these emails. And I got 5 yeses, 2 maybes, and 2 senior living communities that wanted to do this talk at their community.
Congratulations, that's fabulous. See, you're getting into action, you're doing it. And Linda, I know you worked so hard on all those presentations. I'm rooting for you. Do you have
Thank
a
you.
giveaway that you're going to do for a raffle so you can gather more folks for your database?
Yes, I've got a couple of book options, and one of them is the Decluttering at the Speed of Life by Dana K. White, and the other is Keep the Memories, Lose the Stuff.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. I'm so happy and I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. You're going to do great today. Not going to
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, I love this.
Miss,
And these are things that are getting you into action. Now, calling folks in your sphere of influence, calling folks in your database. This is all important because it helps to keep you top of mind and in motion. Have you ever had someone call you and I had this happen recently with an estate clean out company. They do like hazmat clean outs and deep border clean outs. And they said, oh, do you have anyone for me? We're a little light on business right now. And I was like, oh, I don't have anyone right now. And we were just having a general conversation at an event. And within 24 hours, I got a referral for her. It's weird how that happens, but it does happen. And I said, oh, I have someone for you. And, we did a great connection. So the more you stay top of mind, the more you have a routine of how you're reaching out to your database, the more business does come your way. It's just the fact. And when I go to my networking event, I make sure to be at the registration table. You get to talk to everybody, right? To network. Make sure you're talking to those folks and follow them as well. Top of mind. Keeps you relevant.
Miss Linda, I want to give you a ninja move. Oh, sorry. I just want to give her a quick ninja move that worked for me, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
So, Miss Linda, I every seminar or workshop that I have done, I'm gonna come on camera. I have presented a feedback form. I give them the feedback form when they're coming in. It's my opportunity to introduce myself, have a very little bit of small talk introductory. I let them know what the feedback form is for, that none of the information is going to be shared. It is just so that I can get better at putting information together that is useful as a resource for them. And that's what it's for. Every single time they have filled it out with no.
We lost you for a second.
Okay, there we go. So they've filled it out completely every single time without hesitation. I've gotten phone numbers and email addresses, first and last name, and their property address. So I'd be happy to send you a copy of what I use for my feedback form so that you can print it. But girlfriend, that thing has helped me immensely because it has literally given me the feedback that they don't tell me face to face so that I can make what I am presenting better.
That's awesome. Heather, can you drop that in the members only Facebook page, if you wouldn't mind?
Yeah,
because I think
not a
a lot
problem.
of people will, and we'll make sure to connect that to this recording as well.
Okay.
All right, my friends. Well, I hope you all have a great Thursday. I'm so proud of you all, and keep on shining, and who's with me on our little challenge? Just asking to reach out to 3 a day. You can do it. All right, sounds good. Well, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.